We would like to introduce the revolutionary technology called the Zona Plus. The Zona Plus is a handheld software-controlled device which uses the proven science of isometric therapy to improve overall cardiovascular health, all while sitting in the comfort of your own home. No sweat, no medication, just good science. Often people ask us questions like, how does it work? Is it safe? Will I see results quickly? And in the next 60 seconds, you'll get all of the answers to those questions. Here we go. Using a unique combination of pre-programmed algorithms, the Zona Plus starts each therapy by measuring your personal maximum grip strength. In just seconds, the Zona Plus measures your strength in each hand and calculates the exact grip force required for maximum result, uniquely calibrated to your own strength. Nobody is too strong. Nobody is too weak. It works specifically for you and even recognizes the differences on days when you're just not as strong as others. After the initial calibration, the device guides you through a 12-minute therapy which uses the proven science of isometric exercise to begin reshaping the resistance vessels in your cardiovascular system. As with all isometrics, the Latin word meaning equal measurement, the Zona Plus forces the user to hold the device at exactly the same pressure throughout the therapy, giving both visual and audio indications when the user tightens or loosens their grip. This exact prescription over time increases the flexibility in the resistance vessels, allowing blood to flow more freely. Add to that, this newfound arterial flexibility increases the ability of nitric oxide to freely flow throughout the endothelial lining. Increased nitric oxide levels, as you may already be aware, are linked to various other health benefits such as weight loss, muscle gain, wound healing, and increased cardiovascular health. And voila, the best minute you've spent all week. Now, the process does require commitment, however. You must use the Zona Plus 5 times per week, but after the first few uses, you'll build a habit that will change your life forever. And the most important question, does it work? Absolutely, as proven by dozens upon dozens of independent studies from such institutions as Johns Hopkins University, the American Heart Association, and the Mayo Clinic. No secrets here. All the studies are available here on our website for your full review. We proudly share them. I trust that you've learned a lot in our time together and look forward to welcoming you to the Zona Health family. If you still have questions, however, feel free to call our customer service line 24 hours per day, 7 days per week, or just click on the chat button here on our website. Live agents are available to help. Take control of your health today without the side effects. Zona Plus, the power to change.
Hello, I'm one of the scientific advisors for Zona Plus. Zona Plus is this amazing biofeedback device that simply by using it 12 minutes a day can help heal and recondition your cardiovascular system. Now that's a pretty big claim, but I want to back that up with some science. I want to show you exactly what's going on. So first of all, I'm going to use this air filter as a stand-in for a blood vessel. So the blood vessel is made of several parts, but one of the parts on the inside, you'll see the white there. Those are the endothelial cells, and I'll talk a little bit more about those in a little bit. On the outside, they're muscle cells, smooth muscle cells. And that's what makes up the blood vessel. Now, these blood vessels can expand, like you see this wide opening here, or they can contract, depending on what your body needs. So if your blood pressure is too high, the blood vessels will dilate, they'll expand, your blood pressure comes down. Like if you're doing exercise or you're standing up and you need to push blood into your brain or into the organs, the blood vessels will contract and become smaller. And this is all governed by these endothelial cells on the inside. So let me show you here. So the endothelial cell is like this sponge, and the pressure from the blood squeezes the sponge, and inside this endothelial cell are special receptors that when they feel this pressure, they release a molecule called nitric oxide. Now, nitric oxide is a miracle molecule. It signals the blood vessels to relax. So when the nitric oxide is released, your blood vessels go from being thin and skinny like this to nice and wide and relaxed like that. But if your endothelial cells aren't working properly, if they can't detect that pressure change, then your blood pressure stays up it can't respond to changes that are happening naturally. And unfortunately, as our body ages, as it becomes disease, as we are exposed to pollution, all kinds of pollution, air pollution, water pollution, toxins in our food, EMFs, emotional stress, mental stress, physical stress. Well, you get the idea. All this stress, all this pollution, our endothelial cells become damaged. And the aging process, the natural aging process, accelerates. And what happens is those nice, squishy endothelial cells become hard and flat. And you can see here that there's no ability for this endothelial cell to respond to any kind of pressure. The switch is broken, essentially. So what happens when you start using the Zona Plus is over the course of about 4 weeks, sometimes a little bit less, sometimes a little longer. So we like to say 4 to 6 weeks. This is what our customers report, is that they start getting results. And what's happening inside your blood vessels, I'm going to show you a little demonstration here, is that the Zona is triggering your muscles to release potassium. And potassium is like special food for these endothelial cells. And there's studies that show that as the potassium levels increase, that it plumps up these endothelial cells. It restores them. They recover their function. And that's what the Zona is doing when you use it every day. So every time you use the Zona, the potassium levels in your blood increase for about an hour after you do the exercise. And during this time, it's starting to help these endothelial cells recover. And over the course of about 4 to 6 weeks, this recovery happens to enough of an extent where it begins to affect your physiology and you can measure the difference. And that's what our customers say. So it goes from being hard, again, to being responsive, so it can release the nitric oxide that your body's craving. The body wants to respond. The body wants to bring your blood pressure down. It doesn't want to keep it elevated. The only reason it's keeping it elevated is because this switch is broken. So all you have to do is give Vitellia. So all you have to do is 12 minutes a day of Zona Plus. Let me just show you real quickly how this works. You just press the button, hold it down, let it boot up, and it walks you through this exercise. So the first thing it's going to do is calibrate your strength so it works for your strength, not mine, not anybody else's. So you calibrate the right hand, then you calibrate the left hand, and once it's measured, it will direct you to a submaximal hand grip contraction, isometric exercise. And you hold this for 2 minutes. And then what happens, it will give you some feedback here. See, it's saying squeeze less. If I squeeze not enough, it'll say squeeze more. So you just hold it in that sweet spot. Hold it in the sweet spot for 2 minutes. Then you get a 1 minute rest. It's beeping at me because it's telling me I'm not holding it long enough. So I'll just turn it off there. So 2 minutes, pause a minute, 2 minutes in the left hand, pause a minute, and repeat. And the Zona Plus calculates the precise amount of pressure so that you don't fatigue too quickly and that you do work your muscles enough to get this increase in potassium that goes throughout your cardiovascular system. So every single endothelial cell through the 67,000 miles of your cardiovascular system, it's a mind-blowing number, right, are nourished by this extra level of potassium. And so some people say, well, can't I just take a potassium supplement? Well, you could, but there are two problems with that. One is the law limits potassium supplements to 99 milligrams. So in order to get your daily requirement, you need to take 47 pills. And about you, but my stack of supplements is enough. I don't need 47 extra pills to take. The second thing is high doses of potassium can be dangerous, and that's why it's limited to 99 milligrams. In fact, to get more than 99 milligrams, you need to get a prescription from your doctor. The Zona Plus increases your potassium levels in your blood so they can nourish your endothelial cells so they can release nitric oxide in a safe way. And all it takes is 12 minutes a day. Use your body's own mechanisms to heal itself. You don't need to be taking more pills than you need, more pills than you already are. So that's what I have to say. I hope to talk to you soon. I hope you enjoyed learning some of the science behind Zona Plus, and I'll talk to you soon.